Geometric sequences, example number 8, has got 3 questions, A, B, and C. So on this slide, let's work on A. They're asking us, what is a general term? Now, you remember that the general term is going to be your Tn formula. And from our previous video, you should remember from the formula that for a geometric sequence, Tn is equal to A multiplied by R with the exponent xn minus 1. But obviously, they're not asking you what's the formula. They are asking you, what are the numbers that produce this geometric sequence? So let's go ahead and solve for that. In order to answer this question, we need 2 values, right? You need to know what is A, and you need to know what is R. Do you know what n is? No, because this sequence continues, we don't know where it ends. We don't know how many terms are in the sequence, and that's not important right now. So the first thing I want to know is, what is the value of A? A is equal to 2, right? So I can write that down. A equals 2, that is term 1, and that's A. I'm happy with that. Let's solve for R. Do you remember how to solve for R? So R is equal to term 2 divided by term 1, and that must also equal term 3 divided by term 2. So let's see. If I say 6 divided by 2, that gives me 3. And if I say 18 divided by 6, that gives me 3. So R is equal to 3. Now I've got my 2 values. Now I can answer the question. Term n is equal to A R n minus 1. So term n is equal to 2 multiplied by 3 with the exponent, I'd like to put it in brackets, n minus 1. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is your answer to A. The general term is 2 times 3 to the power of n minus 1. Let's answer question B. Question B is asking us, what is the value of term 8, or the 8th term? Okay, do you remember the equation we just solved? We said term n is equal to 2 times 3 n minus 1 with a 3 in brackets. Okay, so if we know what term n is, what is term 8? So we are going to place that 8. So we're going to place this 8 wherever we see n, which is in the exponent, right? So we're going to say term n equals 2 bracket 3 bracket n minus 1. So term 8 is equal to 2 bracket 3 bracket 8 minus 1, which you can input just like that into the calculator. So term 8 is equal to, let's go to the calculator on the right, 2 bracket 3 bracket exponent 8 minus 1, or 7. It's entirely up to you. And your answer ends up being 4,374, term 8's value. Question C. Which term is equal to 1,458? Now, we already know that term 8 is 4,000, right? So it's going to be less than term 8. Let's have a look. So let's say that term n is equal to our formula, which is 2 bracket 3 bracket n minus 1. Now this value that we have here, we are going to place on this side of the equation. So 1,458 is equal to 2 bracket 3 bracket n minus 1. Right. Now, what happens next? You want to solve for n. To solve for n, we need to take specific steps. So let's start. Let's get rid of this 2. That's multiplied by 2. So we're going to say divide by 2 on both sides. 1, okay, let's clear that. 1,458 divided by 2 gives us 729. 729 is equal to 3n minus 1. Okay, so now that we know that, what are we going to do next? we need to solve for n, and n in this instance is an exponent. Do you remember how we solve exponents? I want you to get the same base. And what base are we looking for? We're looking for a base of 3. So what are you going to do? Go to your calculator and you're going to say 3 exponent, and you're going to try different numbers. So let's say 3 cubed. That gives us 27. Go back. 3 to the power of 5 is 243. 3 to the power of 7 is 2000. Okay, so it's not 5, it's not 7. Let's try 6. 6 works. 3 to the power of 6 is 729. Okay, so on the left hand side it becomes the base of 3 to the power of 6 is equal to 3 to the power of n minus 1. Are you happy with that? I'm happy with that. Are you happy with that? That is perfect. Okay, now what did we just do? You solved for the exponent. But what did I teach you in the other video about this logarithm situation? Let's see if we can do it that way. Okay, so if you continued here the way that we are, you would say drop the base, and you would say 6 is equal to n minus 1, and then you say plus 1 on both sides, so n equals 7. That's the old way of teaching you how to do that. But I want to go from here. Let's try the logarithmic way. Okay, so I'm giving you that 3 to a variable, 3 with a power that's a variable, is equal to a number. This means that you can now write log with a base of 3. Now that base is the same base here. Remember, we're saying same base. The base is 3 on all of these. So there, our base goes over there. And this 729 goes there. So if you input this into your... Okay, so let's go to our calculator, and we are going to do that. We're going to press the logarithm button. The base is 3, move to the right, 729, and you'll get the same answer of 6. So you can say that this is equal to 6. And now you can say, from here, you go to that line where you say 6 is equal to n minus 1, n equals 7. Now, 2 ways of doing it, the old, which you should be familiar with, and the new. Please try and use the new because you need to get used to it, okay? That is example number 8. I'll see you in the next video for example number 9.